Hey Leo, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy, and I'm here to do your reading for love and relationships for February 2018. This is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates with you and leave the rest. And also check your moon and rising sign. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can contact me for that as well. So today I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot, and that's by Kim Crans. I'm also using the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, and I will also be pulling an additional advice card for you at the end, and that is from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. So I just want to say thank you to all of you for watching and liking and commenting and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. I've already shuffled and meditated over the cards, Leo. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I just want to point out that this is a relationship reading, and this side over here, Leo, is going to represent your energy, and then the side over here is going to represent the other person. And by other person, that can be your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other. If you're not in a committed relationship, this can be an ex-partner, or someone you're talking to, or someone you have a crush on. Basically, it's the person that you're thinking of when you're watching this video. Okay? So, at the bottom of the deck, Leo, you have the High Priestess. So this is a good card to start off with. I feel like you're very intuitive this month. And sometimes you're very emotional, Leo, but I think you are, in this sense, you're using your intuition along with the facts, okay? There is the crescent moon there. I do feel like you may feel that your partner hasn't been completely honest with you about something, and your intuition is really picking up on that, okay? Alright, you also have the Two of Swords in the reverse and the Ten of Rods in the reverse. Okay, so with the Two of Swords in reverse, there's a decision that you've been putting off making. And this can be with your relationship, and I'm feeling like for some of you, this is whether or not to end it. I feel like there's a lot of problems going on. There's a lot of conflict, and you've been trying to avoid it. And also, that could go for your partner as well. Perhaps you're both trying to ignore the situation. With the Ten of Wands in reverse, I'm feeling like for some of you, this relationship has been a burden. You have felt like you're the only one putting in the work, putting in the effort. You can see this card is very dark and dreary and kind of sad, and you don't really see the light. You really don't see the light anymore. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But even though it's been such a burden for you, you haven't given up yet. You're not ready to let go. Okay, so I do feel like you're still having hope, even though things have been quite rocky. So let's see what else we have for you, Leo. Okay. Your first card represents your energy, and you have the Strength in reverse. Now this is your card, Leo. I'm going to turn it around for you. You can see there the lion with the rose and the infinity symbol there. But you're showing up in the reverse. So what that means is you're feeling weak, and not necessarily in a physical way, but emotionally weak. For me, this is, you're feeling drained. This relationship is draining you. Okay. Again, you did have the Ten of rods in reverse there. So I feel like it's been a strain, it's been stressful. There may have been a lot of arguments, and I feel like a lot of those arguments were petty. They weren't really anything major. But it's still been a lot of conflict for you. So you're feeling weak. You're feeling discouraged, drained. You're having doubts that things are going to work out. Some of you may even be feeling physically tired, okay? Sometimes when we're mentally and emotionally exhausted, this can make us physically sick. So for a select few of you, I feel you might be not feeling well physically either. Okay, so the other person, they have the Hermit in the reverse. Okay. So you may be dealing with a Virgo. This is the sign of Virgo. Turn this around for you. Typically, the Hermit is a wise person who goes within to seek reflection and to seek answers. But when we have the Hermit showing up in the reverse, this speaks more of they're isolating themselves from you. Okay? So they may be withdrawing completely. They may have blocked you. They may have stopped contacting you and you really don't know why. But they're really, really keeping to themselves. So there is something bothering them and you're really not sure what it is, Leo. I feel for a lot of you there's confusion. But this person is feeling lonely. And they're really not opening up. They're just very closed off and they're really not opening up and telling you what the problem, exactly what the problem is. So it's kind of leaving you confused and even more frustrated because if you don't know what the problem is, you can't really attempt to solve it. Okay, so again, you may be dealing with a Virgo here or just somebody that's very, very withdrawn and not talking a lot. Okay. Next card you have, Leo, represents your emotions. And you have the Fool card. And I really like this card. It's definitely one of my favorite cards in the deck. With the Fool card as your emotions, you want a new start with this person. Okay? You want to start over. You want to figure out whatever it is that is bothering them. Whatever the problem is, you want to try to work on it. But you are a little apprehensive. There is a sense of you do want this new beginning, but you're really not sure how to go about it. You're not really sure. You don't really have a plan at this point, okay? But that's okay. Sometimes the best things are unplanned, and with the High Priestess being your overall energy for the reading, you're using your intuition, you're guiding, you're letting the universe guide you and telling you what to do in this situation, okay? So you definitely want a new beginning with this person. There definitely is love there, and I feel like whatever has happened between the two of you, I feel like it can be fixed. Right now you're just relying on your intuition, trying to feel things out, trying to devise a plan as to where to go from here. You don't really have a plan yet, but I feel like once you start, you're going to be guided in the right direction. Okay? Sometimes it's okay not to have a plan. Sometimes there's nothing wrong at all with letting your intuition guide you, especially when it comes to love situations. Okay, the next card we have, Leo, represents the other person's emotions. And they have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is another really good card. This is a major arcana. So the Wheel of Fortune talks about good luck, karma, good positive energy. If things have been bad with them emotionally, things are about to turn around, okay? They may have had a streak of bad luck. They may have felt like their love life was doomed, or the world was just conspiring against them, but things are turning around for this person. And they're going to start feeling a lot more positive emotionally towards you. They also want a new beginning. They do. With the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune here, this is a great pairing as far as you and your partner's emotions. You know there's love there. There's work that needs to be done. And I feel like you're both willing to put that work in, but you're not communicating that at this point, okay? So I feel like you're both kind of being secretive about this, okay? So it's definitely time to start opening up and start talking and start communicating to one another. So we're going to see what the final card is here for the outcome and advice. Okay, so you have the Two of Cups in reverse. Now, this is not the card I wanted to see here, I'm going to be honest with you. This can be a breakup. This can be another fight, something that does not go well. But this is overall not equal give and take in the relationship. Okay? So one of you is wanting to try more, and the other one is maybe not being as cooperative. Okay? So unfortunately, this can be a breakup. I don't feel like it's permanent. For a lot of you, I feel like this is temporary. Maybe for 2 weeks or 2 months, but I do feel like there still is love there. There's just there's a lack of trust. There's a lack of communication, and that is something that needs to be addressed and needs to be resolved and figure out why. Now we did have a Two of Swords here in the reverse, so this could have something to do with this decision that needs to be made. When we have 2 twos, this is definitely repeating the conflict. So whatever it is that the decision or the conflict that needs to be addressed, I feel like you're still not addressing it, or you're not getting to the root of the problem. Okay, you may have, tried to take your partner out on a fancy date, or, maybe buy them something nice. But I don't feel like you're actually communicating to what the actual problem is and getting to the root of the situation. Okay. And for your love cards, you had 2 pop out. So we're going to see what those are. Okay, you have Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And you have Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay, so a couple things here. You could be, the relationship you're in could just be very sexual. And it could not be a commitment type of situation. There is passion there. There is attraction. But perhaps you or your partner is not ready for a commitment. And that could be the conflict right now. So yeah, I feel like if that's the case, you know, it needs to be communicated as to exactly where this relationship is going, if there is a relationship at all. Now, one of you may be trying to control the other, and that could be an issue as well. Okay. All right. So, a lot going on here for you, Leo. We're gonna pull some advice card, an advice card for you for the month of February. Just gonna shuffle these really quickly. Okay. So you got confront, number 18. And I'm not surprised about that. This card speaks of obviously having to confront your partner about something. We do have the crescent moon there again that we had in the High Priestess. So I feel like there are secrets. I'm going to grab the guidebook here. Okay. Okay, so the key words with confront are fear, questions, illusions, and clarity. So you're wanting to gain clarity for this relationship. Feelings that have lain dormant are now coming to the surface. They have been part of your subconscious for some time. They're referred to as your shadow self and represent all of your fears and delusions regarding matters of the heart. You may have concerns about examining these issues, but know that when an issue rises to the surface, it's ready to be faced and healed. Have the courage to acknowledge and confront these newly emerging feelings. Look at them from all sides and try to determine where they came from. When and how were they planted in your subconscious? Question the validity of these feelings. Often they are based on your childhood imagination and can be no more than illusions. Affirmation is, I examine my feelings about relationships and release what is no longer my truth. Okay, so you're seeking clarity. I feel like for a lot of you, you're seeking clarity on how your partner really feels about you. I feel like it's not clear. It's a mystery. Your intuition is telling you one thing, but perhaps their actions are telling you another thing. And with the Passion card here and the Two of Cups in reverse, I'm feeling like a lot of you are feeling or thinking that this relationship is purely based on a physical aspect. It's mostly sexual or chemistry and not instead of love. So that's what you need to find out, Leo. And I feel like you're going to find that out this month. You're going to ask some questions and you're going to get some answers from your partner. So there's your reading, Leo. Hope you enjoyed it. If this resonated with you, please leave me a comment. I love to read about all of your personal situations. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you would like a private reading, you can contact me for that as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in March.